All right, y'all, we are back at it. We've been able to pick up the fencing. We got interrupted today, but for an amazingly good reason. And that is the water line guys came back and finished up. So we have water to Emma. Emma finally has her water, and it was amazing. We were able to test the lines, and we don't have any major leaks, so we had a scare there. But everything's good, everything's cool. So Emma has her water, and just as the water line guys were finishing up, it began to just pour down raining. So we haven't really been able to get anything done, but now that it's clear, Tim decided to come down here and catch the final hours of daylight and do some fencing. So I'm gonna come down here and show you what we got done so far. And me and the boys are just coming down from finishing up homeschool. But yeah, it's looking good, but we'll probably have to pick y'all up tomorrow because this day went by really quickly, and we just didn't get as much done on the fencing as we thought we would. But it's okay, you know, we are making great strides and great progress. So let me just show y'all what we have done. So here's what Tim has been able to get done today. We've got this line here stretched, and it's ready to go. It looks really good. It looks good and tight. And he's down there attaching it to that big post. So the fence line is looking good. So we've literally got that back line attached, and then here he's been able to get this stretched, and I really think that it looks great. So we were still able to get a significant amount of fencing done today, but we're running out of time on daylight, at least in today. So we're gonna have to pick y'all up again tomorrow and finish up this fencing. We'll see how far we can get.
Can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Hey darling, I love it when it's me and you on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two. Hey darling, you know we're gonna have a really good time, driving in the middle of the night when the stars are bright. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Let's get out. this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday. Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand. Yeah, we only get one life. I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand.
Wet ground making it hard. Easy now.
It's a new day, but we are back on this fencing. So we just pulled this fencing off the roll and just kind of have it stretched out here so that we can attach it to this big post here. So you'll see that process. The way we do it is basically we cut off the ends and leave just enough that we can tie the fencing off together. And then once we have it secure on that post, Tim will go down and stretch the whole line with the tractor. Then we'll attach it and we'll be able to keep it tight, you know, nailing it into the post piece by piece. We'll probably stop here at this post and just stretch this part and get it tight, and then go down to the next post, because you know it's not a good fence unless it's a tight fence, right? So we're trying to do our best to keep the fence tight, and to also just stretch it, you know, so that it's straight and we can attach it to the post and the T-post pretty well. So we're starting that process. Hopefully we can get finished with this line at least today, and guess what? That will actually complete this entire line of fencing on our property line. So that's going to be wonderful and super exciting if we can get this part stretched today. There's just a little bitty piece in the back that will be left if we can get this stretched and done and finished today. So I'm excited about that. Let me show you this process of tying it onto the post now.
All right, y'all. So what I'm doing now is I'm just cutting these vertical pieces off and leaving the horizontal pieces. And as you can see, I just kind of clip it off here like this. And then these top pieces, they kind of swirl right off all the way to the end. You can pull them straight off. Sometimes they do it, but sometimes you have to do it like this, loosen it a little bit, and then it'll come right off. And so after I get done doing this, I'm gonna do it probably about here, because we need enough of this to tie around that post and then lock in so that we can stretch it going that way. And yeah, so I'm just keep on snipping these off until I have, you know, smooth wire like this that I can tie off around that post. But it's just this is really the most time consuming part, because once you start stretching, it kind of goes fast, but you have to sit here for a while to do this. You know, it's just that fine tuning things you have to do. But yeah, you just get these snipped off like this here. Do one more, let you see it. Sometimes they come right off, but if they don't, you grab it with your fencing pliers and then loosen it a little bit. I don't think that one loosened. Let's see, try it again. Loosen it a little bit like that, and then it should slip right off. Still not loose. Sometimes they do it the first time. Sometimes you have to do it over again. But yeah, the goal is, like I say, to get these pieces loose to where they'll slip off like so, and get those thrown in the bucket. And like I say, the goal is to have just smooth wire like this, you know, all the way to about back here that we can tie around the post. So we'll just pick y'all up in a minute once we get ready to tie it around the post.
We're on our last few ties, and we just about have everything secured to this fence post, and we're getting ready to stretch the fence.
We got our windows down, driving down the 405, singing along to the radio. We're gonna make it someday. Nothing's gonna get in our way. We will be the biggest band in town. Round and round the world we'll go, putting on the greatest show. So make sure that you don't miss out, just be there. We're taking our shot, bring what you got. We're going all the way to the top. We will hear the sound of 1 million people screaming our names when we're backstage. We'll play loud, surfing the crowd. Everybody's jumping around. Yeah, that's the place where I wanna be. Going on stage, headline on a Saturday night. Oh, 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 Saturday night. Gonna quit my job, never wanna have no boss. I just wanna play my rock and roll like they do on the radio. Tommy's got brand new drums, and I still have my old guitar. And John said this next song's gonna be real good, if you know what I mean. Round and round the world we'll go, putting on the greatest show. So make sure that you don't miss out, just be there. We're taking our shot, bring what you got. We're going all the way to the top. We will hear the sound of 1 million people screaming our names when we're backstage. We'll play loud, surfing the crowd. Everybody's jumping around. Yeah, that's the place where I wanna be. Going on stage, headline on a Saturday night.
we've made a lot of progress so far. We've gotten the fence post stretched and attached in one section, and now we're reattaching the fence stretcher and gonna stretch some more and attach again, and then basically we'll be doing it all down along the line until we can attach to that post where we already have the other line of fencing stretched and ready to go, and then we'll have a fence line. It's really a beautiful thing for me because we are truly establishing our property and making boundaries. And I thought that, you know, with all that we're doing, how we're like fencing off sections, and you know, we put Emma in, that we will actually be making the property smaller, but it's actually made it bigger for me, and more organized and orderly. And it's just like, now we know where the animals are going to have, you know, they had pasture before and that was their pasture, but just instead of electric fencing, now we know, okay, that's that paddock. You know, they probably can be on there for however long, or we can break it down into however many sections. And it's just, I realized it's just how it's supposed to go, and it's actually made our property bigger, you know, not smaller, but bigger and more defined. You know, everything has a place and more useful. I guess that's what it is. Yeah, it's made it so that the sections that haven't been in use are now going to be put to good use, and so it's made everything fruitful and bigger, you know, not necessarily just in terms of space because we've cleared land and it looks more open, but also just more fruitful. And it's a beautiful thing that we're fencing off our property line, and we'll be able to have beautiful paddocks for our sheep and our whatever, cow maybe in the future, maybe mini goats, you know. So we'll have a place for the animals as we grow and as we increase, and I'm excited. So we'll go ahead and we'll continue to stretch this fence, and we'll pick you up when we made some progress.
Seems like forever since we've been together. It's been so long, I know, but I'm finally coming home. Till then I'm dreaming of your heart, your eyes, our love.
Tight! It's a little loose just at the bottom. At the bottom, just a little bit loose at the bottom. Hold on. Do you need to do the chain like you did before? Because the fence is super tight. It's just the bottom is just a little bit loose. Okay.
I need is you beside me. Oh God, I miss you so bad. It's been so long.
All right, get it attached. I thought we were gonna be able to do the whole thing today, but I think we might be nearing our end. We might have one more stretch in us. We might be able to make it. What you think?
Maybe so. It depends on, you know.
how hard it is. Yeah. It's getting easier though, cause that stretch, even though it's like 2 feet off the ground, it's like I have to come back and pull it down to jack.
The next stretch will be a straight stretch, except for the fact that we'll be in the pond.
Oh yeah. That's why I said I'm thinking about skipping that pole and then going on to the next one, cause that's not that far.
So we're going to get this side stretched, and then we have another stretch that we want to try and do. We're really trying to get the fencing done today, but I'm not sure if we're going to make it. Once again, we're racing daylight and losing daylight, but hopefully if this stretch goes well and we can get it attached. The only other thing about this next stretch is that we're actually stretching it through the pond. So it's been kind of difficult because we've been on heels, and so it's a little bit harder to stretch it and attach it, but we've made some great progress and the fence is really tight. So we're doing well, but I'm just not sure if we're gonna finish up today, but we'll try our best and we'll see what happens. All right, y'all, we've already stretched the fence at the top of the hill down here, and now we're trying to get the fence in position to stretch it here along the pond in this area. But we've got to get the fencing on the proper side of the T-posts, and as you can see, we got to wade in the water a little bit just to get the fencing in the right place. So that's what we're doing now. We're just trying to get the fence in position, and then we'll stretch it some more and we'll be able to begin to attach it to the posts. So we'll see how it goes.
Who's that boat there? Hold it a little bit.
Take back what's been stolen from me, little by little, piece by piece, until I'm complete.